Previously on Marvel's Midnight Suns.
I would be rotting inside that creature's gullet if not for Spiderman.
We'll find him. We're running facial recognition on every surveillance camera in the cloud. Nothing.
Perhaps a magnetism rune.
Against a level 5 demon-alien hybrid?
Hunter's right. This isn't working. Norman won't mind if I borrow a few Oscorp satellites at 45,000 feet, right?
82nd and 5th.
Huh?
Well, between 5th and Madison now.
Guys, they're live. And they're trending.
Hashtag Big Alien Apple.
Now imagine if you had just asked for our help soon.
We need to hurry.
Run!
We shall squash your bones and bring them home to Mother!
No job's perfect. But at the end of the day, it's all about the co-workers.
No more games! No more running!
He fights like a damned Wendigo! Unstoppable.
Oh, he's not unstoppable. I'll pass out now.
Don't worry. I know a safe place.
Hey guys, Grazer, the Autistic Gamer, and welcome back to Marvel Midnight Suns. Last time we left off, we joined into battle with Spider-Man against Venom and Hydra, and whilst we didn't manage to defeat Venom, we did at least drive him away, despite his best efforts to launch every single air conditioning unit in the city at us. Afterwards, the battle had clearly taken its toll, so when we got back to the Abbey, Spider-Man is there recuperating, so...
Well done driving off that monstrosity Venom before he took an even bigger chunk out of our dear friend Spider-Man. Thankfully, Dr. Strange is tending to him in the barracks. At some point, you should check up on him. Make our new guest feel welcome.
As Caretaker has just pointed out there. So we're going to make checking in on Spider-Man the first task in our wrap-up of last episode's missions.
Come to see how the patient is faring? I assure you, Hunter, his injuries are minor given the circumstances, and he's convalescing quite nicely due to my expert medical care. I know you'd like to see him, but my strict doctor's orders are that he's not to be disturbed. I'm sure he would appreciate a visit tomorrow, though, after a good night's rest. I'm pleased that we were able to return the favor for Spider-Man. He's a good egg.
Don't call me that, Eddie. I'm Spider-Man. MJ's boyfriend. Sometimes it's complicated. Go get him, Tiger. Hit me? Give me 5 more minutes. Just 5 more wheat cakes.
He is slumbering soundly. Best leave him be.
Safe to say he is recovering and slumbering soundly, as Hunter puts it. So yes, the best idea is to leave him alone.
You too, Hunter. Kept people safe, preserved works of art.
Right, let's go check in on the rest of the heroes, as we have a hangout that we need to take care of.
Don't see the big deal about New York. LA has just as many monsters that need slaying.
But not before we grab those 5 credits. And to help us with that decision, we need to have a quick look at the friendship levels. Nico appears to be closest to a level up, so let's check to see what options the game is going to give us for her and whether we can find one that will allow us to maximize that XP gain. And the options we're being given is to play video games, go lounge by the pool, or play some cards. Pool lounging is the one that's going to give us the maximum XP, so that is the one we will choose. And so let's go hang out at the pool in our lovely swimming costumes.
Of all the changes you had to deal with, at least the music is better.
Hunter being asked to give her opinion on modern music. Let's agree with Nico that the modern music is amazing and that we love it, and it's also going to give us 2 extra friendship points.
Agreed. There's so much to discover.
Which reminds me, Tony Stark may try to convince you that techno-industrial is the one true genre of music. Best to smile, nod, and let him think you agree.
What if I do not?
He'll try to prove it with the album he's been poking at for the past 20 years.
Is it bad?
Sounds like a locomotive mating with a ball-bearing factory.
Noted.
Can we do it again?
And with that, we are treated to Nico's critique of techno-industrial, as well as 9 XP, 7 for the activity, 2 for the conversation choice. We also get 1 piece rare swimsuits for Nico and Hunter. We'll probably check those out later on. With all that taken care of, let's start on Ileana's request for 10 oyster mushrooms, 10 wolfsbane, and 15 skill essence in preparation for our next emo kids meeting. And now let's cue what was about 10 minutes of me running around all over the Abbey grounds trying to find enough oyster mushrooms and wolfsbane to fulfill the task. Fortunately for you, you are not going to have to sit through all of that. It's either been edited out, sped up, or both. Eventually decided it would probably be sensible to check where wolfsbane and oyster mushrooms are. A quick look at the map that takes us to the Whispering Wood.
Noble Ushtur guides my hand.
Quick use of the open word of power to give us access. Now, didn't find what I was actually looking for initially, but we did come across the 3rd elemental rod, the air rod.
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
So we'll just grab that and then head on back to Agatha's altar to put it in its appropriate place.
There are cracks in this wall.
On our way back, we discovered a few cracks in a wall, which we can't actually do anything about right now, but spoiler alert, that will change down the line.
Only one more to go.
And that's the air rod returned to its right and proper place. Just one more to find. Okay. More roaming around the grounds, a little bit more targeted this time. Bear's fruits, or in this case, oyster mushrooms and wolfsbane. Quick check shows that we are still 4 wolfsbane short, so we run over to the Wild Cliffs, pick up a arcane chest, and then head over to Dreamer's Descent after using our open word of power.
She believes in our purpose.
And that turned out to be a great idea, as we have now found a load of wolfsbane. And a quick look at our menu shows that we now have 13 wolfsbane to go with our 13 oyster mushrooms and 96 skill essence. So let's head back to the Abbey, see if we can find Ileana. Turns out Ileana is sensibly in her room. So we make a quick dash over to the library because Agatha wants a quick chat. On our way, we will pick up some attack essence and also open this epic arcane chest, which is giving us a pallet and 40 credits. Now, let's see what Agatha wants with us.
I see you found one of the elemental rods. If you'd like to keep going, you may keep searching for more.
And it was just a comment about the fact that we have found another elemental rod and that we should probably keep looking for the others. On that note, let's head over to the journal, and we can see Agatha has successfully translated the final page regarding the elements, and it is pointing to the one that we have known where it has been pretty much since day one. It is under the bridge by the stream, and Wanda providing a little extra detail as to why she chose that location, and the fact that she also had to hide everything from Blade while she was doing it. So with our next destination already sorted for us, we make our way over to grab some attack essence, some credits, some gloss, and finally arriving at the water rod.
It is one of the elemental rods.
As you can see, it's described as barely a stone, a tall and much like a seashell. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sounds of the sea. Alright, let's get it back to where it belongs.
There. Finished.
And now with all 4 rods in place, the moon seal reveals itself to us. And so all we got to do is go up to the altar and take it. Sounds almost too easy.
The moon seals are ancient talismans of the old gods. And in your case, they are the keys to unlocking an even greater gift.
Is that why Wanda was here? In pursuit of this gift?
Just as we started with you as a child, I allowed Wanda to experiment here, with the hope of focusing her powers through training in basic elemental magic.
But that is not what happened.
Wanda's connection to the old gods, to Chthon, was not the same as yours. She isn't descended from the blood, and the trials weren't meant for her.
But you knew this before she started?
I did. And you should understand that I regret not putting a stop to her efforts sooner.
Then what really happened here?
When Wanda tried to use this moon seal to access the next trial, the Bloodgate didn't open, but the seal's power did have an effect. She had visions, both terrible and somehow alluring at the same time. What started as idle curiosity became a compulsion for her.
And now I am on the same path. So where is the next Bloodgate?
Beyond the Standing Stones, if memory serves. I doubt you'll have any trouble finding it.
Agatha giving a brief backstory on why Wanda was so intrigued and almost obsessed with the moon seals, and that has also given us the elemental My Dear Agatha achievement for completing her altar. Alright, before we head off, it seems that Agatha's not quite finished chatting with us.
We may have woken you up to save the world, but just think where the Abbey would be without your efforts, Hunter. The magical energies flowing through the grounds are converging on the altar, drawn to it like moths to a flame.
As a child, it never occurred to me how important this altar was to you.
Where would a fabled witch be without her various accoutrements?
Just as your swords are an extension of your power, so too are my altar, the cauldron, and the library.
And now that the altar has been restored?
It's time we start using them to our advantage. Come by the library tomorrow night, and we'll conjure something together. Oh, and thank you again for the help, dear.
And Agatha teasing her next task for us involving collecting more reagents because we're going to be making stuff in her cauldron. I mean, after all, she is a witch. Gotta lean into the stereotype. Anyway, onwards. It was around this point that I started getting a little distracted with collectibles and other shiny things. As we head into the Whispering Woods, Hunter makes a comment that this looks like a fairy ring.
This looks like a fairy ring.
And if you look closely on the ground, you can see a stone circle embedded into the ground. Now, as we head a little bit further, we come across an apothecary vessel. Inside is sealed the remains of one of the victims of the Salem witch trials, an event that has been mentioned in the game previously. Grabbing this gives us 10 arcane knowledge and indeed levels up, so we now get more cosmetic rewards from arcane chests. And in the bottom right, you can see that we now have 1 of 6 of such vessels. After a little bit more endlessly roaming around, we come across our first tarot card. Tarot cards are actually real cards. They exist in real life. I don't know anything about them, so I'm not going to go into the history of them. But as you would expect, they have been given a bit of a Marvel spin in this game. This particular one is the Wheel of Fortune card and depicts dominoes and the fact that she knows which way the wheel will turn. And this is in fact the first of 22 tarot cards spread about the game. Okay, next up we find a symbol embedded in a stone that we can't actually do anything with at the moment, but we certainly will be able to later on in the game, and this is a symbol we're going to see a lot of. And then we come to the Death Tarot card. As it says here, death stands before the black vortex surrounded by the prized Infinity Stones, tempting us a possibility, and it represents transformation and entering a new phase, which, given how Thanos used the stones, I guess is applicable. I mean, it certainly was a transformation of some sort. Okay, next point of interest for us are havens, as we come across one in the Quiet Forest. And the game is kind enough to treat us to a little tutorial. It says there are numerous haven locations on the Abbey grounds. Once discovered, a haven can be used for a special date. Hang out with a hero where the friendship rewards are increased. We like increased rewards. Each haven can only be used once, and each hero can only attend a single haven over the course of the game. And as my plan for this playthrough is to show as much as possible, my aim is to make sure every hero gets to attend a haven and generally just hang out with the hunter a little bit more. Alright, let's pick up tarot card number 3. This one is the Justice card, depicting She-Hulk holding the scales of justice in one hand and her briefcase in the other. Just around the corner is our second glowing apothecary vessel, which also gives us 10 arcane knowledge, and then we head down to the arcane chest, which gives us the honky tonk common palette for Nico, the Hellbred epic whole head prop for Hunter, as well as the Charm of Clarity card, which will grant us 1 redraw for free. Alright, quick sprint across the Abbey grounds to pick up some oyster mushrooms. Just outside the Abbey we pick up 5 credits, and then we find our next haven, the Dusty Barrens. And now we come to the next type of collectible in this game, which is Masterworks. As you can see, in addition to the paintings already hanging around the Abbey walls, Masterworks can be found scattered around the Abbey grounds. Masterworks can be hung in any empty frame inside the Abbey, and this one in particular is the Evening in the Woods, which would be very relaxing if the woods weren't possibly haunted. Next up, after showing a complete lack of respect to the no running in the hallway rule, we come out the other side to the wild cliffs, make a quick note that Caretaker is still stood there, and then we come across to these 4 statues.
Curious.
First of which is Jeremiah Kane, then Will Walker.
What is this?
Yelena Nikovic.
Interesting.
And Endra Moore.
Fascinating.
Now, these 4 statues are actually part of a larger puzzle where we have to find and activate 4 other statues that are actually dotted around the Abbey grounds, and you may have in fact seen a couple of them in the background as I have been racing round the grounds. Now, I'm going to leave this puzzle till a bit later until all areas of the Abbey are unlocked so we can get them all in one go and actually be a little bit sensible, albeit, learning my lesson too late. After quickly picking up some oyster mushrooms on the run, we find a tarot card number 4. This one is Temperance and is depicting Cloak pouring from his goblet into daggers, allowing the power to transfer between them and retain the balance. I'm sure Thanos would approve. Okay, quick sprint into Hunter's Folly as we run past some witch hazel. Note that symbol embedded in a stone again, and then get a rare arcane chest marked on our map. And as we drop into Dreamer's Descent, this is where I'm actually going to make the cut, call it a day on this video. I appreciate that this has been very collectible heavy, and spoiler alert, the second one will be as well, but that one's going to be a lot more structured. This one I know was very random purely because I just got distracted and occupied by shiny things. If you haven't seen my video log, just to quickly guys let you know, I am in fact going to be moving house within the next couple of days, so there will be a small delay in getting that second video out, and I do promise we're going to get back into the action missions once I've got that released. But thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you see, please hit that subscribe button. There will be a link to the playlist at the end of the video. Any questions, comments, drop them down below. But otherwise, you guys take care, and I will see you in my new house. Bye bye.